Welcome to the Apprentice Athletics Booster Club Coaches Show from downtown Newport News at Coastal Fermentory. I'm Walker McCrary, the marketing chair for the Apprentice Athletics Booster Club, also one of the assistant athletic directors in the Department of Athletics. And what we want to do with this show every single month during the 2025-2026 season is take you behind the scenes of the Apprentice School Athletics Department and the Apprentice Athletics Booster Club, behind the scenes of what's going on the field, what's going on in the Booster Club, things like that, hear the stories of some of our athletes. And so we're going to do that today. A little bit later on, we'll have senior linebacker Chase Gaines as well as head football coach Vince Brown. But our first guest on the first show is Director of Athletics Jeff Enot, also on the Apprentice Athletics Booster Club. Jeff, appreciate you joining us.
Walker, thank you for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about where the athletic department is right now and, you know, kind of how we got to this point of being able to host this show in coordination with the Booster Club. The season just kicking off over the past couple of weeks with golf and football, and it just seemed like the perfect time to be able to start doing something like this.
Yeah, absolutely. The Apprentice School Athletic Booster Club is a huge supporter of the athletic department. A lot of things would not be possible without them. They continue to support our athletes by providing equipment. Currently, we're doing renovations to Building 601, the athletic complex. That's underway and hopefully be done in the next couple of weeks. But, you know, because of the athletic club, our athletes have a better experience overall, collegiate experience through the purchasing of equipment, travel, just, you know, if they're doing group activities or, you know, anything like that, the Booster Club is there to support them. It's a good way for our parents to give back. To become members. It includes membership, your tickets to games. You get meals when we have socials, and we also have, you know, a website that you can go on and purchase gear and stuff like that to help support our athletic department. But yeah, overall, the Booster Club is kind of like the lifeline of our athletic department. We're continuing to grow. We're under new leadership. You know, we're continuing to do new things throughout the athletic department, and it just feels right to be here with their support to be able to provide a coaches show to get more in depth with our athletic department.
Yeah, it's a chance for fans and people who haven't come into contact with the Apprentice School to learn a little bit more about what we do. And what we do, obviously, is we create leaders in the athletic deparment.
Absolutely.
That not only on the courts, the fields, but also on the jobs as well. And with that, our seasons have kind of kicked off. The golf team getting ready to host a home event this week, the home football opener this week as well. Just talk about, you know, where the athletic department is here in 2025 and where we're looking to go over the course of the next 9 months.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, golf kicked off last week, a couple weeks ago. Football started. They had an away game, Southern Virginia, last weekend, and our first home opener this Saturday. We're excited about the season. We're always competitive. We build leaders and we also win championships, so it's super exciting to get another season underway. Our football team, you know, excited to see them at home. It's our first social with the Booster Club, so hopefully people will come out, you know, and if you haven't heard or you haven't been able to join yet, you know, it's a good opportunity to join and get your membership for the athletic club. With that, you get a free meal and then you get some good football. So, you know, we're just really excited. I'm excited. I have a lot of support with the Booster Club and my staff and even my coaches and all the athletes. We're really excited and with the direction that the department's going. You know, we continue to try to grow. We added women's wrestling officially last year as our 7th sport. I continue to push and add more sports. But because of the Booster Club and all that stuff, we're able to do that. And, you know, as the other seasons get underway, it's just going to be super exciting to see if we can't get some more championships under our belt. And our athletes, you know, they do a lot. They work all day, they're in class all day, and then they compete at a high level collegiately in collegiate athletics. So it's super exciting. I can't wait to, you know, get through the season and see where we are at the end of the year as far as individual championships, conference championships, all that, national, hopefully some more national championships.
Well, you talk about those national championships, of course. Part of what we're going to be doing at the home opener on Saturday is recognizing the national champions from last year, men's basketball, going back-to-back, and then Bruno Alves winning 133 pounds at the NCAA national championships. Just talk about being able to honor some of those teams and the legacy that they're going to leave as being national champions and getting to put those years and names on the banners that we just put up in our new gym.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, this is a difficult thing that our athletes go through. They work all day, they're in school, they compete at a high level, they're college athletes, which is just a lot to say within itself. But the fact that you are able to win a national championship, compete at that level, a team championship or individual championship, it just says a lot about that person, the programs that we have. Our coaches, a lot of our programs have experienced coaches that have been through the apprentice school, have coached for a long time here, and they know how to just get these guys and these ladies just laser focused on what needs to be done. So I'm really excited that we continue to win championships. We continue to build leaders and create just, future leaders for the company. And, I can't wait to honor these guys. Being back-to-back, that says a lot. Getting one's hard enough. And the fact that basketball went back-to-back with a lot of it wasn't the easiest of seasons, right? So for them to do that is great. And Bruno, 4-year guy, been through the program, fell short a few times, and finally to see him, kind of reach that pinnacle, that championship. I'm super proud of him and all the coaches that helped him get there.
Here with Jeff Enot, Director of Athletics and Booster Club board member. I mentioned that because as part of the Booster Club board, you get to see a lot of the plans that are upcoming for the Booster Club and kind of help shape where the Booster Club is going. You mentioned the membership drive kind of continuing now, going into the home opener on Saturday, but also a lot of other things going on that the Booster Club's going to have their hand in, including a Hall of Fame induction ceremony in a couple weeks. Just talk about what the Booster Club is looking to do and how they continue to try and grow the club and continue to support the department. For sure.
So, again, it's really important that we boost our membership. It's really important that you guys, that we're getting the word out so you understand what the Booster Club is all about. We're doing renovations over at Building 601, our athletic facility off of Marshall Avenue. It's been untouched for years, and because of the Booster Club, we've been able to renovate that place. We're bringing the weight room downstairs. It's going to be state of the art. It's going to actually feel and look like a traditional college weight room and athletic program. We're going to add a basketball court over there. It's going to be multi-purpose. All athletes are going to be able to utilize it and enjoy it, but it's because of the athletic club that we're able to do that. They've been behind the scenes helping with raising the money and spearheading that project. The money that is donated through the athletic club, that's what we're there for, to give back to the athletes. And super excited in the direction that we're going. We have the Hall of Fame coming up. We have the Hall of Fame golf tournament. The Booster Club continues to purchase items for athletics, a scoring table for basketball. They funded the physical Hall of Fame that we have at the school at Building 1919. So without the Booster Club, we'd kind of be moving backwards in a sense. But with them and their support, we're able to get a lot of things done and actually give the experience to our athletes that they would at a traditional college.
I want to quickly go back to, the athletes. We had an opportunity to sit down with all of our athletes earlier this week to kind of kick off the season. Just talk about what it's like to be able to see all of your athletes sitting in one area and get to see the camaraderie that they have not only between teammates, but between all the different teams as well.
Yeah, for sure. We had our all hands yesterday with all the athletes, and it's just really awesome to get together to see everyone because, once the seasons start, we're all moving in different directions and try to keep those silos from happening. But it's just what it is, right? Because everyone's training, everyone's conditioning, everyone's prepping for their season. But get everyone to come together and actually come under one roof, talk about things that they need to hear, academics, and making sure they're doing doing their best in the classroom and even on the job, because that's most important, right? If they're not doing what they're supposed to do inside the gates and they're not doing what they're supposed to do in the classroom, we don't have them on the field, we don't have them on the court, we don't have them on the mat. So I really admire what they do on a daily basis. They go through a lot, and It's no more challenging environment than what they do day to day. They build nuclear-powered aircraft carriers and submarines, and that says a lot, right? So I'm super proud of them. It takes a lot to get through the program, but it sets them up for, financially. They mature quick. They become adults super fast, and I think, if they decide to stay here and be a lifer in the shipyard, that's awesome. But if they use it for what it's worth, a training ground, and they go on to do bigger and better things, they always have that stamp, that apprentice school stamp, that mark on or their notch on their belt that they were here and they made an impact.
One last one. How can fans or anybody join the Booster Club and find tickets to all of our games?
Absolutely. If you go to gobuilders.com, our athletic website, information's there to join. We're going to have information at the football game this weekend. We can sign you up there. We'll have our athletic Booster Club board there to help get registered. But the membership's available. We have tailgating available. We have a lot of different options for you. And if you actually choose to sign up for a membership, you will save money in the long run because it gets you in to every single event, every single home game that we have throughout the season. Football, basketball, baseball, and all the socials that we have. You come, feed your family, and take in some high-level college sports. So.
Well, Jeff, I appreciate the time,
Absolutely.
and thanks for joining us on the first show.
All right, thank you.
Coming up next, we'll have senior linebacker Chase Gaines here on the Apprentice Athletic Booster Club Coaches Show. Tickets for the upcoming Hall of Fame ceremony are on sale now at gobuilders.com. The Hall of Fame weekend starts with a golf tournament on October 2nd at Sleepy Hole Golf Course, has the induction ceremony on Friday night at Paradise Ocean Club, and then wraps up with the football game on Saturday, October 4th. Gobuilders.com to get your tickets for the Hall of Fame induction weekend. Joined now by senior linebacker and Booster Club member Chase Gaines. And Chase, let's just kind of start here. You're in your fourth year at the apprentice school. Just talk about what brought you to the apprentice school and how your journey has taken you to where you are now at starting off your senior season.
So coming here, recruited by D3 schools, didn't have the money to pay for college. So obviously coming here, being able to play football, being able to go to school and work at the same time and make money, that was really the ticket to come here for me.
So when you were going through that recruiting process, and for those that don't know about the recruiting process, you're getting talked to by all these different schools. You mentioned the being able to come here, learn a trade, get ready for whatever's after college, and how big of a selling point was that when you're taking into account thinking further past your football playing days?
Yeah, so coming here, you're starting a career. You're not going to be in debt like you would be if you go to other colleges. So really just setting up your career, learning a trade, and that's it.
Over the past 3 years really, you guys have been successful on the field, a couple of Neptune Bowl championships, gotten to do a lot of different things. What's been your highlight of your career so far? I know we're getting started in your senior year and there's going to be more highlights to be had, but if you had to think back, what's the biggest, highlight that you guys have had?
I think it would be my freshman year beating Bridgewater. Definitely be that.
Yeah, that was the first Neptune Bowl win in program history. Of course, I mentioned earlier, Booster Club member. You are part of the Booster Club. Talk about some of the things that you've seen the Booster Club do over the course of these 4 years. I think back to your freshman year, that 22 year, the Booster Club. Helping you guys, get to do some bowl activities before the game. And then, of course, as Jeff mentioned earlier, all the renovations that are going over at Building 601 right now.
Yeah, so with equipment's been a big thing. New helmets, new gear. The renovations, you see the floor getting tore up. So lots of things going on over there, lots of good things for all the student athletes that use that building.
Want to talk briefly a little bit about the home opener coming up on Saturday. You guys get to take the field for the first time in front of the home crowd against North Carolina Wesleyan. Just talk about what it's going to be like to be able to play on the home field in front of Builder Nation Saturday.
It's going to be good. It'll be my first home opener, so bittersweet, but Should be a good time.
It should be a good time. Of course, kickoff at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Chase, appreciate the time. Anything you want to say to Builder Nation about Saturday's game?
See y'all Saturday.
That's Chase Gaines, senior linebacker here at the Apprentice School. Coming up next, head football coach Vince Brown. Tickets for this week's football game are on sale at GoBuilders.com. Also, tailgating passes on sale there as well for the entire season. GoBuilders.com/ticketing to talk about the football season and also the Apprentice Athletics Booster Club and how he's seen his program benefit from the Booster Club as head football coach, and again, also Booster Club member Vince Brown. And Coach Brown, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Walker. It's a pleasure to be here.
So let's rewind a little bit. You guys have gotten the season underway. Southern Virginia was last Saturday. Not the way you wanted it to go, but I'm sure you learned a lot about your football team when you were down there at Buena Vista.
Absolutely. You know, we had a great week of practice, but the game turned out they were excited to be at home in front of their fans, and I felt like we matched their energy, and then we just let a couple things get away from us. As you know, 4 turnovers is hard to come back from, and then just a couple of mental errors from some young guys getting their first college experience game. So it was a great environment. We took the tape. We're going to learn from it, and we're going to move on this week.
We just had your captain on your defensive side, really the quarterback of the defense, Chase Gaines, here on the show. Just talk about, how you've seen his leadership just continue to grow throughout his time and how you see his leadership translating onto the field this coming Saturday.
Well, I couldn't be more proud of Chase. I mean, as you said, he's the quarterback of our defense. He's been in the system. He understands it like a coach. He stays back, asks questions, watches film. He wants to know it in and out so he can get his guys lined up and prepared to go. And just watching his maturity over these last 4 years, actually, just watching him mature and grow and just getting better as a young man, right? He never has to worry about anything in school. He takes care of his business, and he's really the type of role model apprentice that we want in our program.
Here with head coach Vince Brown ahead of Saturday's home opener against North Carolina Wesleyan. The Bishops going to be coming in. They can put up offensive numbers, and they played well against Averett. We'll have our opportunity to talk a lot more football coming up as we get closer to the week. But, initially, how are you expecting your guys to come out on Saturday getting to play in front of the home crowd for the first time?
Well, we got back Sunday night, and the coaching staff, we decided to stay in and break down the film and put it behind us, make the corrections, and move on to North Carolina Wesleyan. When you watch them on film, they are explosive on offense. Quarterback has a strong arm. The offensive line is, probably one of the best we're going to see this year. It's going to be a challenge for that defense, and then they have some explosive playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. One of the receivers, number 5 or 6, I can't remember right now, but he's very explosive, so we got to contain him, and then we got to do what we do best, stop their run game.
One of the things that goes around all the football season, and we talk about it quite often, is the support from the Booster Club, from the tailgating to helping you guys be able to get equipment, do other experiences throughout the course of the season, and especially as we get closer to postseason. How have you seen the Booster Club over the last couple of years under the new leadership really start to pour into not just your program, but all the programs in the athletic department?
Well, I think it's an exciting time for all of the apprentice athletes now. Just seeing the Booster Club, how they've been stepping in. We had the sneaker ball recently. When I was telling my guys, when we go to the Apex and then the virtual golf arena, that's from the Booster Club. So continue to encourage your family, friends, coaches to come out and support you guys. They watch us online or they come to live games. But I couldn't be more impressed with the leadership of the Booster Club and the path that we're going now. And just to see the renovations, as a coach, I get excited. I know it's going to help with recruiting, even though we offer so much as an apprentice student as well, the opportunity. But from the football and the athletics side of it, I couldn't be more pleased and more thankful for our Booster Club. And I'm going to continue to support them. My friends and family support, and we ask that everybody come support our booster club and support our apprentice student athletes.
You talk about the renovations at Building 601. Of course, you're over there every day grinding in the office and stuff like that. But just talk about the major changes that you've seen over really the past 3 months, because for those that have never been in the building, they may not know what it looked like then, and they'll know what it looks like when we open it up here in a few weeks. But just talk about the major changes that you've seen and how, again, the Booster Club just being a big part of that.
Well, we've been right in the thick of it. You know, even sometimes I'll hold the door open for those guys. We got NNS workers and construction workers coming in and out of the building, and we had to adapt to that right now, and some of the other teams will as well. But we know that the end goal is going to be for our apprentice athletes and students, and so, I mean, it's been great. I know now we're going to have a state-of-the-art weight room that our kids are going to be so impressed with. Our AD, Jeff, has shown us some renderings of that, and we've been excited. I mean, as a football coach, being able to have that, adding that to the recruiting piece, because this is different. We're different from any other college in the country, and we're unique, we're special. But I can't wait for everything to get in there, for that floor to be laid, and for us to have the new additions we're going to have. That basketball court in there for the guys, for the women, the men, to be able to warm up, practice, have some fun out there. We got the wrestling area, and then we're going to have the weight room, and then maybe a turf strip on the other side. I don't know, I have to check on that, but I'm excited. And so have our young men. They see what's going on, and it's always a plus.
Big part of Saturday's home opener. Obviously, you're getting to take the field at home for the first time, but also the Booster Club membership drive continues. It's a kind of the big push, the season opener. Just what would be your message to Builder Nation, the fans, the people here at Coastal Fermentory that, you know, are going to come out to the game? How can they support not only your program but also the Booster Club?
Well, let me say this. In this area, 757, you have some great football teams, but here in Newport News, you have your apprentice school builders. We handled the other team in Newport News, and we'll pick that up later. But for all Builder Nation, get behind these athletes. Come support. Come join. Come donate. If you can't join, just donate and help these apprentices. I told my guys as well, and this is for all the athletes who's watching or listening as well, have your family members, your coaches, because you want to have something special to bring your family back to, and you always want to leave something better than when you found it. So it's a great club to be a part of, a great organization. The leadership, I think it's lined up correctly, and we're going to do everything we can to support it.
Any last words before you take the field on Saturday for the people here and for Builder Nation?
Well, we're going to get back over to practice and clean up some things that we need to do, but it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me. I look forward to it. Builder Nation, come out. It's going to be great. 1 o'clock kickoff. We hope the weather stays just the way it is, and come see some exciting football from your builders. We're looking to go 1-0.
1-0 next week for sure. That's head coach Vince Brown. Join us next month here from Coastal Fermentory for the next edition of the Apprentice Athletics Booster Club Coaches Show. For Jeff Enott, Chase Gaines, and Vince Brown, I'm Walker McCreary. We'll see you next month here at Coastal Fermentory.